The Los Angeles Lakers, a franchise built on history, on legends, on banners hanging from the rafters of Crypto.com Arena. But last season, despite all the hype, despite all the expectations, the Lakers fell short. Leave your like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any updates. They were sent home in the first round. Not in 7 games. Not in 6. But in just 5. A younger, faster, hungrier Minnesota Timberwolves team made quick work of them. And just like that, a season filled with hope ended in disappointment. The Lakers had entered the playoffs as the number 3 seed in the West. They were supposed to be contenders. They were supposed to be dangerous. After all, they were led by 2 superstars, Luka Doncic and LeBron James. A pairing that, on paper, had the entire league buzzing. But here's the truth. As exciting as the James-Doncic duo looked, they were still a work in progress. They had barely shared the court for just over 20 games. Their record together? Solid, 15 wins and 8 losses. The numbers? Impressive, averaging over 116 points per game while holding opponents just above 114. Yet when the stage got brighter, when the lights shined hottest, the chemistry wasn't there. The cracks started to show. LeBron and Doncic hadn't had enough time together, and it cost the Lakers dearly when it mattered most. That was last season. This season, the story could be very, very different. For the first time, James and Doncic will have something they didn't before, a full training camp, a full preseason, and months of preparation to build something special. And inside the Lakers locker room, the feeling is that this time, things will finally click. Just ask Lakers assistant coach Greg St. Jean. He believes this summer changes everything. The chance for Luka to be in training camp with us is going to be critical, St. Jean said. This is about building chemistry, working together, and giving LeBron and Luka more time to connect. We're excited. We believe this will make all the difference. Think about it. Luka Doncic, at just 26 years old, is entering the prime of his career. A generational talent, a magician with the basketball, a player capable of taking over games night after night. And next to him, LeBron James. A living legend. A man who, even at 40, continues to defy Father Time. 2 superstars. 2 eras. 1 mission, to bring another championship back to Los Angeles. The numbers already tell us this duo works. But numbers aren't what hang banners. Playoff wins do. Championships do. And that's where the Lakers believe this new beginning will pay off. Because make no mistake, on paper, LeBron and Doncic are one of the most lethal duos in basketball. Few teams can match their combination of size, skill, and basketball IQ. But now, with a full season ahead, they have the chance to prove it when the games matter most. Imagine the possibilities. Doncic drawing double teams, LeBron cutting to the rim. LeBron commanding the defense, Doncic torching it from deep. 2 of the greatest basketball minds of this era finally in sync, finally unlocking their full potential. It's a nightmare scenario for the rest of the league. And the Lakers know it. They know time is running out for LeBron. At 40, this could be one of his final shots at another title. For Doncic, this is the beginning of his era, the moment he truly takes control of the franchise's future. The contrast is powerful. The legend and the rising superstar. The past and the present. The torch, slowly being passed, but not yet surrendered. The Lakers believe that if these 2 can find perfect harmony, if they can build that trust, that rhythm, that connection, Los Angeles could once again stand tall in the West. But the question remains, will it be enough? Will chemistry, preparation, and time together finally translate into wins when it matters most? One thing is certain. With LeBron James and Luka Doncic side by side, the Lakers aren't just aiming to compete. They're aiming to dominate. They're aiming to remind the world that Showtime never truly died, it was just waiting to be reborn. This season, we'll find out if the King and the Magician can rewrite history together. And if they can, the NBA may never be the same again. Will the Los Angeles Lakers extend Rui Hachimura before the season begins? That is the question circling Lakers Nation right now. NBA insider Jovan Buha weighed in on the situation, and according to his intel, fans might need to wait a little longer. Buha doesn't expect the Lakers to finalize an extension with Rui in the next 6 weeks. Could it happen sooner? Sure. But at this moment, the Lakers' strategy is clear. They want to keep the books clean, evaluate their roster, and most importantly, see how Rui Hachimura fits into the rotation this year. Will he claim a full-time starting role, or will he settle into being the Lakers' sixth man? Last season gave us a glimpse of what Rui can bring. He was more than just a role player. He was a steady presence on both ends of the floor. Hachimura started 57 of the 59 games he played, averaging 13.1 points per game while shooting better than 50% from the field. On top of that, he added 5 rebounds per night, giving the Lakers valuable production. At 27 years old, Rui is entering the prime years of his career. He already has a contract with the Lakers that runs through the 2025-26 season, but what happens beyond that depends heavily on his performance this year. If he continues to show growth, especially on the defensive side of the ball, he could earn himself a long-term extension and remain in Los Angeles for years to come. But if his progress stalls, or if his shooting and defensive consistency take a step back, the Lakers may pivot. The Athletic's Dan Woik described it best: another strong season, and you can make the argument that he deserves a multi-year extension in LA, even if it limits their future flexibility. But if the defensive improvements don't hold up, or if his shooting declines, then keeping the financial books clean becomes the smarter option. This off-season, the Lakers quietly added another piece to their forward rotation by signing Jake LaRavia. He is expected to absorb some of the minutes that Rui and Jared Vanderbilt shared last season. That extra depth gives Los Angeles options and leverage. If Rui doesn't perform up to expectations, the Lakers could shift his role, or even decide to move on midway through the season if the right trade opportunity comes along. It's a delicate balance. On one hand, Rui Hachimura has had 2 solid years in Los Angeles, proving he can be a reliable contributor in the competitive Western Conference. On the other hand, his health has raised questions at times, and the Lakers can't afford uncertainty if they want to maximize their championship window. But here's the thing: when Rui is healthy and locked in, he has shown flashes of being a true difference-maker. His size, strength, and ability to stretch the floor make him a unique piece for the Lakers. And paired alongside superstars like LeBron James and Luka Doncic, Rui has the chance to thrive in a role that doesn't ask him to do too much, but still demands consistency. The Lakers are in a pivotal position. They're chasing another championship, but they also want to manage their salary cap carefully, keeping flexibility for future moves. That's why Rui's situation is so intriguing. He's good enough to help them win right now, but his contract status forces the front office to think long-term. Will the Lakers bet on Rui's continued improvement and lock him in with an extension? Or will they keep their options open, waiting to see how this season unfolds before making a final decision? For now, the answer is patience. The Lakers want to see more. They want to evaluate whether Rui Hachimura is the kind of player they can commit to long-term, or if he's better used as a valuable trade asset down the line. One thing is certain: Rui's performance this season will play a massive role in shaping not only his own future but also the Lakers' future. If he proves he can stay healthy, if he continues to develop as a defender, and if his shooting remains consistent, then Los Angeles might have no choice but to reward him with an extension. But if those things don't happen, if inconsistency creeps back in, then the Lakers could very well decide that keeping flexibility is the safer bet. So here we are. Rui Hachimura's future in Los Angeles hangs in the balance. And as the season approaches, all eyes will be on him. Will he rise to the occasion, cement his place in purple and gold, and earn a long-term deal? Or will this be the season where the Lakers decide to take a different path? This much we know: if Rui thrives, the Lakers will be stronger. If he struggles, the Lakers will have difficult decisions to make. Either way, his journey this season could define not just his career, but also the Lakers' push for another championship. The Los Angeles Lakers could be setting their sights on a superstar-level addition to pair with Luka Doncic. The idea is simple. While LeBron James remains one of the greatest to ever play the game, even legends are not immune to the effects of time. At 40 years old, LeBron is still producing at an elite level, but it's clear that the Lakers are thinking long-term. To maximize their championship window over the next decade, Los Angeles may need a player who aligns more closely with Luka's prime years, a teammate capable of carrying the team when LeBron eventually steps back. Trade chatter around the NBA suggests that LeBron isn't likely to be moved this season. But basketball, as we know, is unpredictable. If the perfect opportunity arose, the Lakers would have little choice but to seriously consider it. One scenario recently proposed by Bleacher Report's Eric Pincus paints a picture of a league-shaking deal that could redefine the Lakers' future. In this massive four-team trade concept, the Lakers would part ways with LeBron James and Bronny James in order to acquire a 9-time All-Star and former MVP, Giannis Antetokounmpo. It's the kind of trade that sounds like a dream on paper, almost too good to be true, but the details are fascinating. Here's the breakdown of the proposed trade. Mavericks receive LeBron James, from Lakers. Bronny James, from Lakers. Andre Jackson Jr., from Bucks. Tyler Smith, from Bucks. Drew Tim, from Nets. Lakers receive Giannis Antetokounmpo, from Bucks. Olivier Maxence Prosper, from Mavericks. Tyrese Martin, from Nets. $4 million trade exception, Dalton Connect. $2 million trade exception, Bronny James. Bucks receive R.J. Barrett, from Raptors. P.J. Washington, from Mavericks. Caleb Martin, from Mavericks. Najee Marshall, from Mavericks. $2 million trade exception, Tyler Smith. 2026 first-round swap rights, from Lakers. 2026 Lakers second-rounder, via Raptors. 2028 first-round swap rights, from Lakers. 2030 first-round swap rights, from Lakers. 2031 first-rounder, from Lakers. 2032 first-round swap rights, from Lakers. Raptors receive Daniel Gafford, from Mavericks. $13.3 million trade exception, R.J. Barrett. Nets receive Dalton Connect, from Lakers. Jaden Hardy, from Mavericks. Dwight Powell, from Mavericks. This trade isn't just a swap of players, it's a masterclass in financial gymnastics. LeBron would need to waive his trade bonus and even his no-trade clause to make a move to Dallas possible, keeping the Mavericks under the league's second-apron hard cap. Meanwhile, the Lakers could use the expanded trade exception from moving LeBron to bring in Giannis and Prosper while staying under their first-apron hard cap. For Lakers fans, this is the stuff of fantasies. The team could acquire a generational talent in Giannis while keeping its core rotation intact, losing only LeBron in the process. Every pick, every swap, every available asset would be on the table. And for a player of Giannis's caliber, many would argue that it's worth it. Yet, reality is a different story. Despite the allure of this blockbuster, it's extremely unlikely to ever come to fruition. Giannis has not requested a trade from Milwaukee. More importantly, the return proposed simply doesn't meet the level of compensation the Bucks would demand for their superstar. Teams across the league could offer far more in value, and the Bucks are under no pressure to deal. Still, this scenario highlights the Lakers' ambition and the lengths they are willing to go to secure their future alongside Luka Doncic. The team understands that to remain competitive for the next decade, pairing Luka with another generational talent might be essential. Giannis represents that potential, a player who could dominate on both ends of the floor, complement Luka's game, and carry the Lakers when LeBron eventually steps away from the spotlight. For now, it remains only a hypothetical, a what-if scenario for Lakers fans to imagine. But the message is clear: Los Angeles is looking ahead. They are planning for the future, considering bold moves, and weighing every possibility to maintain their status as a championship contender. If Giannis were ever to hit the trade market, rest assured, the Lakers would be among the first teams ready to make their move. And if the pieces aligned perfectly, we could witness the formation of a pairing that might define the next era of Lakers basketball. Luka Doncic and Giannis Antetokounmpo, side by side, dominating the Western Conference and challenging for championships year after year. It's a gamble, a dream, and a bold vision all at once. But that's the Lakers' way. And for fans, the possibility alone is enough to ignite excitement, speculation, and hope for a new dynasty waiting to be born.